Hey everyone, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all. And this week I am planning for the week of January 16th to January 22nd using the Prosperity kit from ScribblePrintsCo to commemorate, to mark the Lunar New Year, and Happy Lunar New Year to all those who celebrate. I was super excited to get to use this kit in my planner. The colors are gorgeous. The art is different than anything that I feel like we've used before, so I was super excited. I paired it with the Sparkle 1 underlays from Plana Hannah in, I think, the red. I feel like it wasn't red, but maybe it was. In a reddish orange color. It might have been orange, actually. Red or orange, one of those. And then I also used the sparkly hollow and gold. Wait, sparkly hollow. I'm kidding. I used the sparkly gold foil with the gold foil mixed metal bundle from ScribblePrintsCo, and I am obsessed with the way that this week came out. It's so sparkly, it's so shiny. All the foil pops on all of these like really bright like coral reds and oranges and yellows and the pink. It's just absolute perfection. And with the underlays being that like orangey red color, it just ties in everything so beautifully. And I'm obsessed, and I feel like I did this kit justice, and I can wholeheartedly say that. So yeah, as far as this week, all I can think of is that I was exhausted. And I could not wait for the weekend because for some reason I thought I would have more energy during the weekend. Usually I do, but this weekend I was also exhausted. So in the sidebar, I end up putting in a munchkin that's just like pulling its eyelids down, like exhausted. That is the theme of this week. Oh my gosh. Also did not mention, this is the first week in my planner that I did no ink, asterisk. And why the asterisk? Because I didn't know if this was going to be the week that I do the no ink. So when I do my sidebar, you'll see that I write in my habit trackers, and then also to like mark off my habit trackers and whether I did them or not, I did use ink. Part of me is just thinking leave the ink in that area for the check marks and stuff. I already printed out sticker sheets for that. Will have my little habits going in the habits tracker. So those will have stickers in not next week because I also pre-planned that week, but like the Valentine's February spreads, those will have the script in the habit tracker area. But I think for marking them off and then marking off my to-do list, I think I'm just going to put the ink in. We'll see. We'll see how much I want to make little check marks or little X stickers. But yeah, it's very exciting. I made my own script stickers this week. It was a whole process. I had trouble with the printer. I had a little bit of trouble with the silhouette. Not as much with the printer, thank goodness, because I feel like I probably could have had a lot of trouble with it. Part of me thinks that the stroke on the fonts is a little too thin. It's not as like bold as some of the other scripts I'm used to using, but then I put them down on the sticker and somehow they just like bolden up. So I think for next week, I'm going to try to print 2 sticker sheets. So I put all the scripts that I need for the week, I make it like its own little sticker sheet. It's very cute. I'll make 2 of them. So I'll make one with just like the one that I like the same similar, stroke size thing of this week. And then I will try to make it like 1 pixel bolder and see which one I like better. But because I feel like even my ink was a little darker than that, but really not by much. But we'll see. It's time to experiment. But I really love how like it all looks together. Is it more work? Absolutely. Is it like super cute? Absolutely. I love it. So as far as going day by day, I could not, oh my God. Okay. I could not tell you this was this week. Oh my God. Yeah. So basically what I was trying to say is that I could not tell you what what Monday through Thursday was. And now that I'm looking at it, it feels like an entire like week an entire week entirely, essentially. So on Monday, I read more of the aforementioned We Shall Not Talk About It Spare by Prince Harry. This was also the day that I DNF'd it and returned it on Audible and got Happy People Are Annoying instead. But I spent my entire morning commute trying to keep going, and I could not. I just couldn't do it, but I tried. I gave it my best effort, as we sports would say. Then after that, I was at work. On my way to work, I take a little walk. That's when I started listening to Happy People Are Annoying, but I didn't mark that because I didn't read much of it. But I went to work, and then I did another little Peloton workout. Very, very proud of me starting my week off right. Then I put some clothes away. I think there was just some laundry I needed to put away. I'm pretty sure. I'm just wondering why I put that script sticker up so high. Like, there's so much space at the bottom of it. Not like so much space, but like enough that I'm just kind of like, it looks like it's floating. Anyway, so I put some clothes away, and then I spent the evening watching TV, catching up on shows like Shark Tank, Abbott Elementary, RuPaul's Drag Race. And then I just marked that I was so stinking sleepy, because I was. And I marked it with like a page flag and a little munchkin from Once More With Love. Then on Tuesday, I had a team meeting at work, which is really great because it means for like 2 hours in the morning, we get to sit on the couch, which is just like nice when I was so tired on Monday, like to wake up and get to have a team meeting instead. It was super nice. Then I marked work because then I worked, but I was at work that whole time. Like the team meeting was at work, but you know. And then I marked, I was listening to the audiobook of Happy People Are Annoying by Josh Peck, and I loved it. It was such a departure from reading Spare. I think it stands on its own. Like that, the Happy People Are Annoying book stands on its own, but the contrast of listening to that after listening to Prince Harry's book, that book was like 10 out of 10 for me. So much funnier, so much more personality, so many more interesting stories. Loved it. So then when I got home, I worked out again. Look at me go. And then I binge watched some YouTube videos. And then I went up to my mom's room and we booked a trip to Washington, D.C. We were originally going to go to Boston. It's just like a random weekend trip that we're planning. We were originally going to go to Boston, but then I went to Boston last year and like did a lot of stuff with Nick. But I was just like, I don't know like what my mom would find interesting in Boston that I haven't already done. So I was like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling Boston. I love Boston, but I was like, I'm just not feeling it. So then I was like, do you want to go to Washington, D.C.? Because first of all, crap ton of museums. I want to go to all of them again. I went in August of 2021 with like a lot of people. There's a big group of friends. We all went, but nobody let me read the placards. Like we were all going to these museums and then just running out of them. And I'm the type of person at museums where like I will stand there and read everything. I want to know everything. And also the Air and Space Museum, which is the whole reason I planned that trip and then invited everyone essentially, is because I wanted to go to the Air and Space Museum that year. But then the second floor of the museum was closed because the escalators weren't working. And so it would not be right for people. Escalators, I think the escalators and the elevators weren't working, so they closed off the second floor because it was not fair to the people with disabilities who could not get up to the second floor. That's what I was told. So they closed it down, which is fine. The first floor was amazing, but I was like, I need more. And also I got rushed through the first floor. So reading everything. So yeah, I'm really excited, looking forward to that. And there's some really good places to eat in DC, so I'm like ready to go. And then the last thing I marked for Tuesday was that I made a Circle Discord chat with some friends, and because we started watching The Circle over New Year's. If you saw my New Year's Eve spread, the first plan with me of 2023, I mentioned how we just started watching The Circle, and some people who were there who had never watched The Circle before were kind of like forced into watching it, and then they got into it. And so we made like a Circle chat on Instagram, and we were all kind of like watching it at different paces, me watching it within minutes of it airing basically. And so we were just like chatting about it and things like that. And then we all agreed to watch the finale together, like the weekend after it had come out and had aired. So then we were like, oh, we need to figure out a way that we can all watch it together. So Discord is like the place for that to happen. Also, I'm doing like a little zoom in over there of like what the stickers look like, and they look like my handwriting, and it's so cool. So I made a circle Discord chat on Discord, obviously, so then that way we could watch the finale, which we ended up doing at the end of the week. So yes, moving on to Wednesday, even though I'm planning for Thursday, as always, I went to work. I listened to more of Happy People Are Annoying, and then I got some happy mail, which was a new phone case from Casetify. It looked like my old phone case for my iPhone 12, and then they did not release the same one for the iPhone 14 Pro until like recently. And so I think I like just got tired of my phone case that I had when I bought the iPhone 14. So I was like, I'm ready to make the purchase. And then it came this day, which I'm so happy about. I'm super happy with like my phone case pop socket situation now. It's cute. The phone case has like paint stripes, like paint splotches, and then the pop socket is like kind of snow globy, and it has a sun and two clouds, and it's a very good combination, and I love it. So then I just relaxed for the rest of the evening. I FaceTimed Nick, and we watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is a movie from the 80s that I had never watched before, and it was so stupid and so brilliant. I loved it. I laughed the entire time. I paid attention the entire time. I really liked it. I don't know if it's like a cinematic masterpiece. It's not, but I loved it. And I thought it was so funny. So now I'm just like, I want to watch like more 80s movies and things like that. What's the one movie that we watched that was like the 70s? Oh, Dazed and Confused. We had watched that too. So now I'm like, we should watch more like movies like that. So yeah, moving on to Thursday before Planner Me moves on to Friday. I listened to the podcast Guilty Pleasures. I think they were talking about the movie Matilda on Netflix. It's a really good podcast, very funny. They review movies and they're like, is this guilty, a guilty pleasure, a pleasure, or just plain guilty of a movie? And it's fun to hear their takes on movies that I've watched. I've tried to listen to their podcasts where like I had not watched the movies. I'm just not as interested, but they are very entertaining podcasters. So if you're looking for a podcast, Guilty Pleasures is a good one. Then I went to work, and then after work, I treated myself to Starbucks, which was probably my third cup of coffee that day, but who cares, because it was my last day of work for the week, and I was exhausted. Had anything been different this week than it had been the other week? No, but I was exhausted. Then after that, I got home and I got some happy mail from Plana Hannah, which was her January font. If you have not gotten Hannah's January font yet in anything, like just any script that you're always using, like even work, or like just like get that January font before it goes away, because it's got little hearts on it. It's perfect for like every Valentine's Day spread. I'm also not being paid to say this. I just love everything with hearts, and she picked like the perfect font. It's so good. And then that's all I'll say. And then I also got an order from Shein, which was bathing suits. Oh my God. Yeah. I returned like all of them except for 2, which is fine. At least I got 2. You know, let's look at the bright side. At least I kept 2 out of 7. Did I order more bathing suits that I'm pretty sure will not fit me in the bosom area? Yes. But that'll be the last order I placed, I promise, on the Planner Gods. Then after that, I spent a lot of the day watching that 90s show, which came out on Netflix. I loved that 70s show. And that 90s show is cringy. The acting by like the kids is very weird, and I feel like it's going to take them some time to get their footing. Like, it's not a bad show, but it's a very cringy show, and I fully realize I'm not like the demographic of the show. But Red and Kitty are in it, and they're phenomenal, and I feel like you got to watch it for Red and Kitty. Like, if you're just looking for something to binge or just to have like on in the background, that 90s show is a good one. And then I spent the rest of the night binge watching TikToks. Yes, need to stop looking at my phone as well. Need to cut my caffeine addiction, and I need to stop looking at my screen so much. But anyway, that's for another day. On Friday, I published the plan with me, and then I went to go run some errands that I wanted to do like in the morning because I needed to be home by a certain time for a Zoom appointment that my mom had. So I went to the deli and I picked up a bacon, egg, and cheese with salt, pepper, ketchup, and a little bit of hot sauce. And it was so good. I have not had one for so long. Eating a bacon, egg, and cheese, like and you have not had one for a very long time, is a similar feeling to like not having had a Coke for a really long time. And then you have one like crisp, cold, fresh out the fridge for the first time. That feeling, same feeling with having a bacon, egg, and cheese, especially on an egg everything bagel. So after that, I ran some errands. I went to Target to make some returns. Didn't buy anything in Target. Look at me go. I did some returns at UPS, and then I filled up my cart with gas. And I think there was something else that I did, but I don't know. It was just like nothing too crazy, which is why I marked it as errands. Then I came home and watched more of that 90s show. I finished the first season. I'm excited for the second season, but I hate how they, like, what they tried to introduce at the end of the first season. I thought it was a little dumb. Then for dinner, me and my mom had Chipotle, and I spent the entire evening, night, messing about with the printers, and I won't go into it here because I feel like I don't have time. But basically, my printer in my room does what I needed to, and I ignored it and thought my mom's printer was the printer I needed for what I needed it to do. But it took me like 2.5 hours to realize that, and many papers, not sticker papers, but just many other papers to go through before I figured out that my printer actually does the job I needed to. Was that cryptic? Kinda. Didn't mean it to be. It was just trying to make a really long story short. So yes, then after that, I worked out. And to end Friday night, we all got together and did a circle finale watch party on Discord, which was super fun and made the show, like, I love the circle, and this season, the fifth season, was probably my favorite ever, but it made it more fun to like watch it with other people. So yeah. So on Saturday, I drank a crap ton of coffee, which is why I marked it with more coffee. I binge watched some YouTube videos. I was catching up on Plan With Me's vlogs from Kristen and Andrea, and then there's some like travel videos that I had been watching, a lot of stuff with like Greece and like connecting from like an international flight in Athens to like the local flights. Very interesting stuff. And then I print and cut a bunch of stickers, which is why I marked it with a half box. And then I had a sushi, why was that so hard? Sushi date with my mom, and we even went to the fancy sushi place, so that was very special. And then I ordered some outfits for EDC, which is the Electric Daisy Carnival, for those who don't know, because I am going in May. I'm excited. Hopefully these outfits also fit. They're a little bit risque, but I will try to unrisque them as in the areas that need to be unrisqued, if you catch my drift, which you all do. Then I took a bath, and then I watched the Giants versus the Eagles. Go Birds. I know I'm from New York, but I am an Eagles fan by association with a lot of people. So yes, go Birds. Then finally on Sunday, I marked that it was the Lunar New Year. I spent the morning watching the Encanto Hollywood Bowl, which I just kind of put it on for like just some random background noise, but then I actually ended up watching the whole thing, and it was really cute and I liked it. Then I went grocery shopping with my mom. We went to Costco, Trader Joe's. Where else did we go? Target. So we went everywhere, and then we stopped by the mall because I needed to pick up a dress for a wedding I'm going to in February, and cocktail dresses just escape me. I don't know. It was so hard to find a cocktail dress. They feel like they can be casual or they can be really dressy, and that just really confuses me. Like, I feel like they should be one thing or the other. And then, of course, we went to American Eagle because we always go to American Eagle, and I bought some cute things there. Oh, I also got a really cute dress for Vegas. So I'm excited to wear that on like the one night we're not going to EGC. So yeah, then I came home and I relaxed for a little bit, and then I worked out. Go me. I didn't do a Peloton workout this time. I tried doing the 12-3-30 thing, but my treadmill doesn't go up to a 12, but it doesn't matter because I went up to the 10 and I went, nope. So I tried at like a 5 and that was good. And then I somehow worked up to a 7. So right now I'm at a 7-3-30. And I kind of like it because it means I can watch a TV show. I like the Peloton workouts a lot, and I like that they're guided and they play really good music and like curated playlists. But then I think I was getting kind of like bored, so I needed something to do. So now Pressure Cooker on Netflix is my treadmill show, which sucks because it's so good that I just kind of want to keep watching it when I'm not on the treadmill. But that'll motivate me to get on the next day, which it did. So like right now I'm recording this voiceover, it's Monday, and I did get back on the treadmill to finish the first episode, which is crazy because I don't remember the last time it took me 2 days to finish one episode on Netflix. Bananas, but so worth it. So then I worked out, and then I went to go get dinner with my dad. And the last thing that I did for Sunday night was print out my stickers for this week and then lay down the spread before you. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. I hope you love this spread as much as I do. I just love everything about it. The foil, the colors, the fact that I have my little stickers in there. They're so cute. Look at them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, happy Lunar New Year to all those who celebrate. And I will see you all in the next one.